Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about the Chieftain Mark 6. This is of course a tier 10 British heavy tank. It is a premium and therefore it does have extra credit coefficiency compared to normal tier 10 tanks. You guys know this already. Now, this tank has one of the best DPMs in regards to heavy tanks. Not the best, but one of the best DPMs in regards to heavy tanks at tier 10 by far. And this tank is amazing. It also has some pretty good HE shells with high penetration as well. So if you come up against a lot of mediums and light tanks or even TDs, you can pretty much quite easily penetrate their sides with HE shells. So that's some extra damage for you straight away. Now, apart from that, what does this tank have? This tank has some pretty good gun depression. So 10 degrees of gun depression. On top of that, superb gun handling, amazing aim time and gun dispersion. So this tank has very good gun handling overall. So the main positive about this tank is, of course, its insane gun, with everything you need in order to do well. The only drawback I would say is that this tank does shoot a PCR instead of AP shells, which can be a drawback sometimes. But apart from that, this tank's gun is perfection, just pure perfection. Now, on the other hand, when it comes to mobility, this tank doesn't have insane mobility. I wouldn't say this tank is very fast, but it's still all right in regards to mobility. You're not going to be having something like a super heavy type mobility, you know, where you're very sluggish and slow and you can't even turn to face a lot of medium tanks. That's not the case. This tank is relatively all right. It's in between. It's not an AMX 50B, but it's also not a mouse, you know, so it's somewhere in between. Now, when it comes to the armor, this tank is a bit wonky. The turret is decently protected. However, the cupola is going to be a huge problem because everyone is going to slap right through it. And if not the cupola, the turret itself has a lot of gaps and holes everywhere. So you can be smashed straight into the turret quite easily. Now, apart from that, the hull itself is also very weak. The lower plate is huge. The sides don't necessarily hold any shots. So the only place the hull is very well protected in is the upper part of the, upper plate. Sorry, the upper plate itself is quite strong, but apart from that, nowhere else in the hull is well protected. Everything else is going to get smashed pretty easily, and that is its main drawback. So as you can see, it has an insane gun, decent mobility, but also decent armor. So overall, this is a top-notch tank, and I would recommend everyone to try this tank out. So with that, Happy is out, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye-bye.